Push session, Mr. and Mrs. edition. Even though she's not training, because she's been shitting out of her ass. Action. Welcome back to episode 3 of Just the Start. We are in with the other half, Charles.
Yes.
Charles has had food poisoning for the past, it seems about 14 days, but that's actually been 4. But
not ideal.
we've got past that. She's going to have a little pump session, but she's going to join in now and then. Wait around till the end, because we're going to do like a Mr. and Mrs. question style at the end. We've got some people asking questions through. We're going to answer them at the end, which is quite good. But for now, push. We are just under 9 weeks out. Goodness me. The last time you saw me, I was 11 weeks out, and it was a leg session. Nothing much has changed. A little bit of adjustments to food. We're feeling good. Don't get me wrong, it's getting to that point now where energy levels are starting to dip slightly, but performance is maintaining. I'm going to take you through my push session with Charles. She's going to be doing what she can. I'm going to be doing my usual session, and then we'll catch up afterwards for the questions. Mr. and Mrs.
Be nice to each other. Mr. and Mrs.
Charles loves it when I wear cuffs. So, cuffs are on. Starting off with standing cuff lateral raise. So in my other session, my upper session, as you saw, I start off with some sort of form of like Y raise, or start off with some crucifix raises. This session, I start off with my standing cuff lateral raise. Set up at the bottom, so it's highest at the top, targeting that medial delt in that shortened range when we're fresh. Usually, on my push session, I'd actually just tag along all my lateral raise work at the end, but now, when body weight's coming down, I will be making sure I'm prioritizing joint health, especially when I'm going into some presses where I am loading still pretty heavily. So I place some laterals at the start and also at the end now, rather than just all at the end, which I did in the off season. Mate, one thing is, time's flying by. Time is flying by. I started this prep at like 25 weeks out. I'm just under 9 weeks out. It's flown by. But just writing out the logbook. I'm not an athlete, not a proper athlete, mate, because this should have been done before. When I was getting into athlete mode about half an hour prior to the session. What am I doing?
Ball in my court, high step is a layer. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me now straight up.
Big Q. I've always connected with my right medial delt better than my left. If you ever have this problem where you connect with one side better than the other, think of cues that help you. So big cue that helps me with my medial delts, especially when I'm doing that standing lateral raise. I'm thinking about dragging my knuckles across the floor and then sending my fist to the side of the room. Really helps with a good neurological connection, finding cues that work for you. No black one, unfortunately, around here. Charles loves me in these cuffs, mate. Charles loves me in these cuffs. Don't you, Charles?
What?
You love me in these cuffs, don't you? Deep down, she does. 3 sets here. I usually have like 4 or 5 working sets of lateral raises on push. Like I said, I've just separated it out. 3 at the start, 2 at the end, and then just sort of primes us ready for our heavy pressing. In the off season, like I said, I don't really do lateral raises at the start. No specific reason, just because I feel like I can go straight into my presses. But like I said, with scale weight coming down, obviously there's going to be less support around my shoulder joints that are going to be working while pressing, so let's get a little bit of blood flow in there. But other than that, 3 sets here. I usually go for like a middle range, sort of like a 10 to 12, go heavier after that, and then my back off's usually like 15 plus, and then we've got low incline Smith. We're feeling good. Oh, one of the questions that I actually did get asked was, and we will cover it later on, was since starting prep, has Charles seen a change in me? And I'm going to answer that question for myself. I've not seen a big change in myself up until this point. Energy levels are starting to dip, not anything else, but in terms of hunger's been really, honestly, hunger's absolutely fine. It's just the fact that after my sessions, I'm feeling pretty battered, and it takes long to recover. So obviously to make sure that I'm adjusting stuff I can do, adjusting volume in my sessions, but that's probably the biggest change I've seen from myself. I'm trying to be as like present as possible with how I'm feeling. It's just I'm feeling a little bit battered, more energy levels towards the back end of the day are getting a bit sluggish, but making sure I'm getting all my expenditure ticked off. Big tip for dieting. It's what? 12:30. Got all of my expenditure ticked off for the day. Big tip. Get it all ticked off early doors, because I can't be asked to go for a walk later on after I'm training.
These ones are the intent.
Please, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You put them plates on. You put them plates on for me.
What a rat. Do you know what I've just done?
That's the first time she's ever done that for me. It's because it sounds here, isn't it?
Yeah, and just being nice.
Just being nice. She's never like
No,
this.
shut up. I've took them off for you loads of times. A bit.
I've took them off loads of times.
Do you know what I've just done? You know the chest press?
Yeah.
Tunnel in my own world. I've literally just went on it. It's out of order. I've just done a whole set on it.
Okay, now it's going to be broken for even longer.
It felt all right though.
This is what I'm dealing with. You got a prep brain?
I think
Prep brain.
probably.
Food poisoning brain.
Yeah. I've been dieting, bro. If you didn't know.
Ugh.
Don't know why I'm here. I'm not spotting
Yeah, why are you here? Why are you here? I'm not doing one plate.
Oh, gosh. Because you'll be like, Shal, can you come back over?
And you have to stop me when I actually do my working set, not my second warm-up. That's right. But here's actually something that's quite important. I'm not going to go through the generic warm-up sets, but now I am dieting, I'm being way more cautious on my warm-up sets than I probably was in my off-season. Like, even though I was doing heavier loads in my off-season, I'd go from like 1 plate to 2 plates, then like 2.5. But now I'm taking more small load increments. So like now I do 1 plate, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and then slowly warming up. That's what I found that's helped me massively, because it can be, like, even a warm-up set, you might compromise yourself a little bit too much by going too much high or too high on weight straight away. So just be careful, please. Be careful, please. You tell him, Shal.
No.
Tell him, Shal, be careful.
Yeah, we're just idiots anyway, not warming up.
Be careful. Yeah, feels good. Feels good today. Feels good. You keep doing it. Make sure you put it on the right way, yeah? Just so you know I like it.
Shut up. This is why we don't train together, by the way. 'Cause
Yeah.
Tom just winds me up.
Put it on the same, yeah, put it on yeah, you know.
Don't.
Yeah, it needs to be in line a little bit. Sam, you saw that? Yeah, no, yeah.
Sam, come on, you want to be on my
That's it,
side?
thank you, Sam, mate. Sam, appreciate it, bro. Aerodynamics, you know me, aerodynamics. Shal obviously doesn't know.
Shut up. Do you warm up?
You thought after nearly 6 years of going out, you'd know what I'm like. $10, please. This is what I found. You can only push the limit so far. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3 plates, see how that feels. But I think I got 3 plates plus 2.5 plus a 1.25 last week.
Oh yeah, the little biscuit. I
Yeah, the
remember.
little biscuits, the little natty biscuits. What, biggest pet peeve?
My biggest one for Tom, I've got 2. My first one is when he eats anything, it goes all around his mouth and he goes out all the time. I'm like, Tom, got it around your mouth. Then he gets his sleeve and he wipes his mouth with his clothes. Sorry, I'm just baiting you out. And the second one is the way you scrape your bowl when nothing's left in it.
Okay.
And you're still scraping it. You're not going to get any more food.
I need to, people on prep will understand, right? Saving food for later on round your mouth. Okay, right? Sometimes I'm hungry. My last meal's in 2 hours' time. I want to save some chicken and rice juice. You know what I mean? And also, as well, what was the other one?
You
Scraping the bowl.
Yeah, when there's nothing left.
Okay.
And then it's dead annoying when I'm trying to watch telly.
Now, all the cream of rice. When I finish, it's still not gone. You can still get some.
No, it's not just cream of rice, Tom. It's all your meals.
Yeah, you got to get it all.
No, but there's nothing left.
There is
Anyway.
stuff left. People back me up on that. There is stuff left when you finish it all.
Not when you
Until the bowl-
literally lick it.
Until the bowl is
You
clean.
literally
I
lick
don't
it.
lick the bowl.
Yeah.
I don't lick the bowl.
You do. What's yours?
I don't know actually. Biggest pet peeve.
I'm perfect.
Charles, my biggest pet peeve for Charles is that no matter what the situation, even if it's right or wrong, she has to get her point across. Has to. No matter if she knows she's wrong, if she knows she's right. She could be in a situation where she's not even in the conversation, right? And if she knows, her input could be in any sort of way. Like, I know this. Charles will do that in a good way, but sometimes in a bad way, even though sometimes she might be in the wrong.
Yeah, but the last few times you've gone, do you know what, Charles? You're always right. You're
Yeah.
always right. So that's why I have an input.
That's
'cause
just
you're
me.
shit.
That's just me keeping the peace. But I'll think of one actually. Put me on the spot. But wearing my stuff, wearing my clothes.
This is mine.
But
Thank you. Unless you want to wear girls' trackies.
oh,
Come on.
I look good on some girls' trackies. 2.5 plates. Let's see how it goes. It's so on. Biggest pet peeve with
Also,
Charles.
mine is how dirty you are. Like,
Well,
you're so
bi-
messy.
Biggest pet peeve, Charles thinks she's right all the time. That's fair enough. Every single time she thinks, I tried to put it in a nice way beforehand, straight to the
That's
point.
not a pet peeve, it's true.
She thinks she's right getting her opinion across. That exact reason. You just heard it.
That's not really a pet peeve though.
That you think you're right all the time.
No, but I am right. Give me a situation where you've been right and I've been wrong. Exactly.
You're literally explaining my point.
Yeah, but you can't give an answer. Is this your set or not?
Don't know yet. This is raw. Raw.
You wanted some raw footage.
Raw footage. Oh yeah, by the way guys, aerodynamics, okay? Big thing that you can change to your push training or any sort of training plate loaded. Make sure it's aerodynamic, okay? Get in the hole here. Yeah, this is what you want, okay? What this is going to do is just create so much more stability and just get you so much better at pressing. So yeah, if you're wondering how to get strong at your pressing, don't even worry about setup, execution, intensity. All you got to think about is how you set up the plates, okay? That's what we want to
Check
see,
the
a full
motion.
hand in there, okay? Don't worry about how you're performing it or anything. Get on it. And by the way, I'm joking. If you take that seriously,
So
please
some-
look at yourself in the mirror.
It's a bit harsh.
Oh, okay, it's a bit harsh. Just
Look at yourself in the mirror.
look at yourself. Look at yourself through the plates and explain to yourself why you might be so gullible.
Is this your set?
This is not my set now. 1, 2. It's feeling all right. I'm not going to lie to myself and be like, yeah, it's feeling good. It's feeling all right.
What's your on it?
It's feeling all right. We've got the natty biscuits out.
What, 2.5 and 1?
Yeah, 2.5 and then 1.25 afterwards, you know what I mean, in the right order.
This guy.
You've got to make sure the intense signs are right around as well.
Shut up.
Perfect, right.
So it's
Literally
mine.
perfect. No, you should just changed it. That's what you call perfect. Both intense signs are the right way around. Let's see how I look at Charles. And this is what I mean, people.
Do you not think I've just done it on purpose,
Look.
you idiot? Tom, I'm not being
That's
funny.
going to bring an extra 2 reps.
You've never been this particular about a plate.
Oh, just to clarify, guys, right? This is how me and Charles always are.
Yeah, people think we bicker, don't they?
People
We
think,
don't.
oh, we're joking around, or not even joking around, but like, oh, what's wrong with them? Our relationship is always and will always be like this. I will forever wind up Charles, and Charles will forever wind up me. It's just the way it is, how it works, how it will always work. Anyway, make sure you're there, yeah? Can't be leaving any progressions on the table. Got, I think it was 6 last week, so we're gonna try and get 6 again with, let's go try and get execution standardised. 6, I'll be over the moon with 7 to be fair, so we'll see how we get on.
What did you get last week? 6?
6 last week. 2, 1. Yeah, thank you.
Let's go. Yes, easy, Tom.
Oh.
Nice. On big breath now, come on. Yeah, come on. Easy. Yeah. And again. Come on, you.
Be there, be there.
Go. You, come on. You, come on. Yeah. You, yeah, finish it. I literally didn't even touch that, I just guided it.
A little bit of Shakira there at the end, a little bit of hips don't lie, but still. Was that 8?
Yeah, I literally didn't even
Yeah.
put anywhere on it.
Okay, still say 7 plus 1. Wasn't really happy that last rep, but 1.5 reps up. Decent.
What are you doing now?
Very good. And you back off now.
Yeah, which is what?
We'll see, we'll see. Decent. Charlotte, can you whack on a 2.5 as well for us, please?
2.5, yeah?
Yeah. Got a pound overnight, yes. 2.5 plates for 12 last week. So I'm going to try and see if we can get a little bit of an increase there. 5 kilo increase overall. See if we can get 10 minimum
Oh,
after a
what
good
shot.
set of 8 there, which is good. But I felt really, really good. I do feel like my stability, you know what I mean if you're dieting, but you find that those sort of stability towards the final few reps that you could push through and getting off in the off season when you had a bit more weight behind you. You just got to be careful that we're keeping execution and tempo standardized throughout. As you can probably tell from the set, I tried to keep the execution from rep 1 to the end in terms of eccentric speed, all that stuff the same. But we'll go for this, try and get a good 10 minimum, and then we'll see how it goes. Comment down below, see how many reps I can get. Don't forget to wash your hands after you go into the toilet. That is.
I fucking hate you. You're saying that because that's what I was saying to him. Yeah, because you boys are minging. You never wash your hands. I've got a bit of OCD, I think.
Honestly, mate,
I wash my hands all the
I
time.
know the slightest thing that will trigger her, and she
It
knows
won't-
why I'm saying it. I think you know
Yeah.
it's good.
It doesn't piss me off though. It's just like, because you boys are vile.
Doesn't piss her off.
No, it doesn't.
No.
I'm clean. You're not.
Excuse me, I washed my hands, thank you very much. Says the one who's got food poisoning from not washing their hands.
Yeah, probably off you, someone on the side
Quite
or
ironic,
something.
isn't it? Person talking to me about washing their hands when the only person that's
Could
got
be
food
something you
poisoning.
eat, you fucking idiot. Literally could be any dodgy chicken or anything.
Like Beyonce said, what comes around goes around.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be getting it next.
I will never get food poisoning.
Don't
Clip
jinx
that,
it.
just so you know.
I didn't think I'd get it and I did.
Just wash your hands better next time. If you could see her face right now.
No, because I've changed it now.
What did we used to say? Silly idiot. You silly idiot.
I've gone past the point now, just swear at
This
you.
needs to be a reel, bro. Honestly, you need to concoct all of this stuff, right? And you need to make it a reel. Like how to have fun in the gym and still make progress, honestly. I'm telling you now, it makes such a difference. As you can see, I've got 2 reps up on that press. And this might sound a little bit, sometimes might be like, what do you want about? Training with your missus is the best thing. Guaranteed facts, okay?
Not really
If they can train, you know what I mean. But train with your missus, having fun, honestly, it doesn't really get much better.
God, I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said.
Oh, yeah, I don't mean it though. No, it's game time now. What's prep turning me into?
I don't know, we don't hardly speaking today.
Yeah. This is the
quite
only time we talk. 3, 2, 1. Yep.
Nice. Keep breathing. Nice. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on, don't make it obvious. Come on, Tom. Let's go.
Bring it on.
Come on.
11? decent. Happy with that. 5 kilos up, 1 rep down. Very happy. I think scale weight's down like 3 pounds since this last push session, so. Got the Cybex Eagle press here. The profile here is basically like a dumbbell press, super heavy in the length and drops off really nicely in the shortened range. So with the pec being fatigued, obviously we have loaded the mid-range there quite heavily with the press, Smith press, but with this, perfect for our second press after that. It allows me just to get through those sort of sticky reps into that shortened range. It drops off quite nicely. So with this, I'm very lucky to have this bit of kit, but as you know from watching the first episode of Just to Start, taking more of a narrow grip because it does converge nicely. I'm allowing my forearm to be in line with the converging nature of the machine. So if you haven't seen it already, here's watch the YouTube, or this is my Instagram. Go there and watch it for more tips. Mate, that does not feel heavy at all. We're feeling good. Nowhere near. There we go. Why was I looking there when the camera's directly there? I had to double check the weight then, make sure I was on the right one, but I got the stack, no increments, these little things, for 10 last week. So what I've done is I've added in, done the stack, put the increments on full whack, that adds another 15 pounds, see what we can get. I'm telling you what, one of the benefits of training in this gym, I'm putting whatever music I want to. There's not that many people here. I don't know what you want to call it, but how many times, mate, have you been to the gym, you've done a cable press, cuff fly, the bench is moving everywhere. Get your gym to do this. It's an absolute lifesaver if they want to screw a hole into their bench. Hole, gym pin, whack it in, find the hole, whack 20 plates on it. Oh, Ryan, gym owner, big ups to you, mate. Legend. So, I see a lot of people using D handles on this, which you can do. I personally prefer cuffs. This part of the session, I just like prefer cuffs, but I see a lot of people as well put in a roller here as well. Great idea to allow your scapula to move more freely, but I feel it really good just using cuffs, no roller. But if you do feel like you're struggling to connect with your chest and any form of fly movement, set up like this, have a roller here in between scapula. It does help massively, it does help. Plus as well, I can't really be asked to set it up. But a little bit of information there if you do struggle to connect with your chest. This movement is shortened range bias. Obviously we're bringing that humerus across, but after 4 sets of pressing, our pec is pretty fatigued. So the whole goal here is, yes, rinse the shortened range, but also as well, it gives us a great opportunity to rinse what's left in that sort of mid to lengthened range. So how I'm going to do that is manipulate the tempo, and I'm going to just spend a second or so in that lengthened range. Plus as well, you know what's coming. I'm going to spend a little bit of time in the mid to lengthened range to control that change of direction. That's why I had a shit chest. My man wasn't controlling the change of direction. So you get 2
Tell me
benefits.
not straight up. Ball in my core, high step is a layer. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Shopping in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. Thank God for all this coming to me not straight up. Big broski in my line, celebrate, get your feet in. Put top in with show peoples. Make sure they doing decent. Show me how to readjust some ways that I've been thinking.
Actually the majority of the work has been done. So 2 sets Smith, 2 sets Cybex Eagle, 3 sets on the fly. The reason I do 3 on there is just because obviously it's a lot less demanding than an actual compound, and I can recover all right at the moment from 3 flies. Usually people have obviously 3 presses, obviously usually 2 chest compounds and a tricep compound. So all I've just done is taken one out and then obviously added another set on the fly. So going on to the tricep work here, as you can see, we're going for a tricep cuff to tricep push down. The benefit of this is, as you can see here, literally it is shoulder width. So my shoulder joint isn't compromised, it isn't internally rotating. Literally I can just drive down and go through full shoulder extension without any compromise at the shoulder. So it is a perfect movement, and obviously the further you stand back, the more of the shortened range you're going to target. So if you did want to do like a form of mechanical drop set, I'm going to show you how to do that. We're on the last set now of the cuffed tricep extension. I would always add like the mechanical drop set to the last set that you are doing. So the benefit here with the setup, the further we stand back, the more it's going to target the shortened range. Then when we step further forward, it targets the mid to lengthened range. So when we've targeted that shortened, we've still got some left in that mid to lengthened. So as you can see here, we're going to step back, go to failure on the shortened, then we're going to step forward and then do what we can, targeting that mid to lengthened range. I would not recommend them if you haven't got the recovery capabilities. So just wanted to show you what you can do. To sort of extend your set, hit both contractile ranges using one movement. And now we can go into a movement that properly targets that mid to lengthen range. So, katana extension, great movement to target the long head of the tricep, the mid to lengthen range, without being in loads of shoulder flexion. I find it really uncomfortable doing any movement that's above here. So it's really good to over the shoulder extension, katana extension, working in less shoulder flexion, plus allowing you to target that long head and the mid to lengthen range. Mate. Oh, easily one of my favorite tricep extensions, tricep variations. Delts are easily one of the worst things to train in terms of pain. They're painful, bro. So, 2 sets here, 5 sets of delts across the board. 3 sets starting off with standing cuff lateral raise, 2 low incline Smith, 2 sets eagle press, 3 cuff pec fly, 3 sets on each of the tricep extension movements, and then finishing off with 2 sets of lying laterals. Goodness gracious me. A few tips for you as well. We'll step back, it's getting serious. A few tips when doing any form of lateral raise. If you struggle to connect with your laterals, go back to the cues at the start of the video. But secondly, start doing unilateral work. Luckily, I've just started getting used to dual armed work. But secondly, do it with straight arms. What this will allow you to do is minimize trap involvement. Secondly as well, point of application. If you want to have it at your elbows, you can do. It just actually shortens the moment arm, so you might be able to load a little bit more. But then again, I prefer it on my wrists. Some people prefer it on their elbows. Try it out, see what you prefer. And all you're thinking about is trying to drag out to the side of the room. That's all I think about. Knuckle across the floor until you get to the side of the room. Write that down. That's one. That's the only one I'm doing. We are live. So, Mr. and Mrs. Like I said with Charles, post push. How was your session? As you saw, my session was fantastic. But we're going to be going through some questions that we have been answered about prep, about relationships, about anything. People have actually asked some pretty decent questions on my end anyway. So, starting off, what shows are you competing in? I'm competing in, first show is PCA Midlands at Birmingham, 10th of September. Then I'm doing the FitX show on the 23rd, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I get into the finals. I want to get that one out of the way. But how's Tom been on prep so far?
You've been fine. I would say, no, like, you've been fine. I just say, like, you're very tired, like, all the time.
I
And, like,
agree.
even from, like, quite early on, I'd say you've been quite tired.
Yeah, so the problem with prep is that past 9 o'clock, you're trying to stay awake. Because if you go to sleep at 9 o'clock, you're waking up at 4. So you try and long out, you actually go into sleep, which by the time you're 10 o'clock, you're literally forcing your eyes to be open. And then you wake up at 4 a.m. and then you're wide awake. So then you get up, you go through your walk, and most of your steps done. Next thing you know, it's 7 a.m. You've ticked off your cardio, your steps, you're pretty knackered. So that's the only reason why, but yeah, I do agree.
I do think, though, because I've been dieting as well, it has helped, because I've been tired as well.
Yeah, it has helped.
But
it has helped massively.
I just said that in the last week, you've been, like, getting pissed off easier. Like, you beat your horn the other day at someone, and you never beat your horn.
Yeah, I never beat my horn in the car.
And I'm like, Tom, beef it. And he's like, no. Like,
People are infuriating me. But yeah, I'm glad. What would you say out of 10?
what, your tiredness?
How out of 10, how have I been?
Oh, I'd say like a 9.
Because Charles was pretty, I think Charles was pretty sceptical at the start of prep, how
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
be this time.
definitely.
I think it's normal. It's normal because you see loads of people go, oh yeah, your relationship's different, you got to do this.
It's not.
If you make it like that, it will be. Guaranteed. And this goes for anything. If you wake up and you're like, oh, my session's going to be bad, guaranteed it's going to be bad. If you think about that in prep going, oh, we're going to be bad, we're going to be bad in this situation, 99% of the time, you're probably
Like
going
we
to
say,
end up
it's just
being bad.
communication.
Communication, and have separate days where you can actually spend time together. So Thursdays, we're starting from now actually, aren't we? We're going to have like date nights and stuff, which is really important. So all that stuff, get it in planned.
Anyway, next question.
Anyway.
How long have you been together and how did you guys meet? We need to really shorten this.
Okay, so
We've been together too long and we met when we were 13 and 14 in a different country.
yeah. Oh, see, people are going to be thinking, what are they on about? Been together for 6 years in January, and we met each other as holiday friends. Went on holiday. Holiday friends. We met literally. I lived in Exeter.
We were in Tunisia.
Charles lived in about a town 20 minutes away from Stafford, where we both live now. And next thing you know, we met in a games room in Tunisia. We ended up being friends there. Next thing you know, I went, Mum, I made a friend. She's from here. And my mum was like, that's like 20 minutes from where you was born from. Born from? Where you were born. There's a moth there. Yeah, that's how it happens.
It's not a moth.
And then every time I came back to Stafford, that is annoying me. That's annoying me. But every time I came back to Stafford, I met Charles. The next thing you know, moved back to Stafford, and we've been together ever since. So yeah, even if I didn't see her on holiday, I would have still
We
met her.
did the same college course.
We went to the same college course. So some people call it fate. I just call it unfortunate.
It's in my hand.
I was-
That is vile. Don't squish it.
How have you both managed with Tom being on prep?
We kind of answered that.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about communication, really.
I think the further it goes on, the worse it's probably going to get.
Yeah, and one thing that Charles said to me at the start was just communicate your feelings. So, and that's me being present. So some people go, I don't feel fucked, I don't feel tired, I don't feel like this. It's really easy to be in that sort of mindset where you just like block out all the fatigue. I'm being really present with it. I know I'm tired. And my body's changing literally daily at this point in terms of from a body composition perspective. And I have to understand that. And I have to communicate that because I can't expect Charles and my family to understand my feelings. Oh yeah, Tom's fucked, or Tom's tired, can't speak to him. I've got to communicate that. So that's how I've managed to make things better between us two. But it's been fine.
Next one.
Has it helped your relationship with both being in bodybuilding?
Definitely.
I would say so.
I don't know though, because I think either one of us would be fine with it, that we enjoy something, then we're happy doing what we do.
As long
So,
as
I don't know.
As long as my partner is
My
has
partner, Charles.
Charles, or anybody, any of the lads will understand, or any girl will understand as well. If your partner is committed to any goal and they apply themselves like you do to your goal, that's all that matters. I don't care what Charles has. It could be to do with cats and dogs. As long as she applies herself to what I do with my bodybuilding and my career, that's all that matters. Fortunately, very fortunately, we both have the same goals within bodybuilding. And it's worked out to this. I think it does really help that she knows that
We just get it.
if I didn't have a girlfriend or a partner that was into bodybuilding, they'd be like, "Why are you feeling tired? Why are you feeling like this?" But Charlotte understands. Charlotte's coming off the back end of a mini cut or a diet phase of about 12 weeks time. She understands you get a bit tired, so she understands how I feel. So it's always good knowing and having a partner that understands how you feel. So it is good. It has helped massively. Who trains harder?
You today, because I kind of trained, but I don't know. I think we both train quite hard.
I think it's all relative, actually.
So we both take sets there.
I think Charles trains harder than 99% of lads. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'd say both of us train well, harder. Both of us train well, hopefully.
What is your favourite takeout meal?
Oh,
Not Domino's. If you had to pick anything about Domino's.
Firstly, Domino's. Domino's, basically. If you didn't know that, by the way. Follow me on Instagram if you don't know that.
What's your favourite meal?
I'm going to have to go for, if it's not pizza, burger.
Yeah, so Fat Hippo,
Fat Hippo is amazing.
Domino's, and then if not, I'd probably go like a little dessert shop or something.
Yeah, no, I rate that. Like a cookie pie or like them cookie cake things. You know what I mean? Like the blonde, the little packets they come in, the little blondie things.
Cookie dealer.
Yeah, cookie dealer, that sort of stuff.
Anyway, has training affected your sex life?
Has training affected
I
it?
know, but I think she meant to put has prep. Because then in the other one she put.
Me doing a bicep curls affected my sex life.
At what point did you feel like, oh no? Did the change in your body's affect? So yeah, that's what she means.
Yeah, it's definitely getting to that point, and me being completely honest, the desire is still there. And if the desire wasn't there, I'd really, really think about who you're with and the partner you're with. The desire is definitely still there. It's just the energy to do so. Like I said, I'm trying to stay awake at night, and Charles there going, try and stay awake for another 15 minutes, and I'm there.
Not
going,
for that.
Not for that. Just to,
So he gets up like.
Charles sees me waking up at 4 a.m. going, oh God, he's up again. 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then there's me just lying there like waiting for time to go by. So it has affected it. That's me being.
I say from quite
honest.
early on, to be fair, in prep.
Yeah, I think it was.
Let's not go into it.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
I'd say a lot of people go like straight away. But I think I was sort of like the middle. I was average.
You're halfway now.
Average.
Anyway,
There we go. What was Tom's? So Charles basically expectation of what I was going to be like versus the actual reality. So what was your expectation of me being like?
I thought you were going to be a lot more moodier. Because you are quite a moody person that people don't see sometimes. But I would say you haven't been at all, to be honest.
That is good.
I'm quite shocked.
I am glad. But that was something that I had to work on, because Charles was there like, I don't really want you being like that. And I'm there like, well, that's fair enough, because nobody wants to be around an absolute moody arse the whole time. So.
What's your favourite thing about each other?
Oh, that's actually quite a nice one.
I think personality-wise as well, I'd say like you really do support everything.
I was going to say that.
You can't copy me.
Okay, you saw earlier when I was on the Smith press, me and Charles literally get on like a house on fire.
It's just banter. Like,
It literally just.
no,
But secondly, the most important thing, Charlotte is supportive in whatever I do. The whole reason why I'm here now is down to Charlotte, and she always goes, oh no, it's not you, it's not me, it's you. It is down to her. Honestly, the days where sometimes I feel a little bit dragged and she's not telling me to work, obviously, because I do that, but just the stuff she's coming up with, she's helping me. And like I said, with her having a goal like mine and her being straight to the point and being like, I'm going to achieve my goal, that makes me more motivated, and then that just works hand in hand. So being supportive, being honest as well. Charlotte is 100% honest. If you don't know, get to know. The most honest person ever, and it's helped me massively. If something's bad, she'll tell me something's bad. If something's good, something's good. She'll never be like, She's like, oh yeah, got to improve there, got to improve there. She's not like, yeah, like a yes man. She's always telling me how to improve, how I can take a stride forward, and that's always helped me.
Another one. That's really nice, thank you. What would you both change in the industry if you could?
Oh, I put this up on my threads the other day. Is that your last question, by the way?
I've got a few more, but
Okay,
I'm
we'll
good.
do rapid fire. Threads, I put it up. We all have the same goal in life, whether in physique development. Knowledge, mindset, physique, we're all going in the same direction. We're all trying to improve. Loads of people put each other down, okay? But the whole goal correlates to the same. We're trying to improve. Matt Strong actually put something up, and it made so, he couldn't have put it any better if he tried. And he put, a rising tide floats all ships. We can all win together, and the sooner people are aware that others' successes don't diminish their own, we can clap for everyone. That couldn't have described it any better. Help people get to their goal as much as you can help yourself.
I agree. I think as well, like, I also don't know from a boy's perspective, but there's a lot of girls that don't support other girls as well. I think a lot of girls do try and, even though they say like they support you, like, I can't explain it, you just know they actually don't. But like, I have more people that I speak to who I've never seen, that support me more than
People that, yeah. No,
do you know what I mean?
No,
I don't know how to explain it. So I think that's a big thing. I think we should all support each other more. But I think you've just
Just
kind of
all
said
give
that.
each other fucking fat hugs, man. Show
Have
some
you
love.
got a last juicy one or not?
I think that's it from me. I
The other ones
got,
are
not a
on.
question, but I want to see your signature dance move. You'll see that one day, not now. But that's it.
It's a wrap.
Thank you for tuning in just to start episode 3, push session, Mr. and Mrs. I hope you enjoyed. If you want more content with Charles, please tell me.
No, because then if someone says no, that's just
They will
embarrassing.
do. More content with Charles coming up. If you want to see anything, if you want any questions, put them in the comments.
I think we should do
comment
like
below.
a really like good leg day.
Yeah, that'd be good actually. Show them how to train legs, couple style. See you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, share to your pals. See you in the next one.